as long as this mysterious contract seems to be always on his side. Think of this. Lena finally calmed down. Asleep. And the other side, Ella curled up in her nanny's crying arms, and shaking. Anger and desperation confounded him. Figure out that he was a princess. Why did you become the laughing stock of others? The nobility and self-esteem that has always been. A rare child born in December. The bearer of great elven power. The princess with the only bloodlines of the royal family. Now belonged to her alone. Taken away by Lena. She is no longer the only princess. The girl was also crowned the title of the royal princess. Gold is above me. Become like this? Look at him, hysterical. The nanny's eyes were full of heartache. My elf power was also taken away by him. That my elf power is weakened. Gradually turns into property. Ayla finally fell asleep in her nanny's arms. Stroked his hair. His face became more and more gloomy under his tight brows. Poor granddaughter. Ella walked for a long time in the dark space. There's no one around. Soon he realized that he was in a dream. A strange smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. He has long longed for such a person who can act recklessly. He doesn't have to pretend to be that t-shirt anymore. Kind princess. He jumps high, then stomp hard to the ground. I can't wait to put all those who are higher in status than his father, who was increasingly indifferent to him. I'm going to crush you all. After a crazy vent, Ella calmed down a little. He noticed a glimmer of light not far away. Like a space rift in the dark. An irresistible curiosity drove him. As if there was something deep in the crack that he desperately longed for, and frantically tore the rift. And just as he was about to make it, Marianne, he woke up, stood nervously by the bed. Sorry to disturb your rest. It's time for you to look at her hand seriously. Just a little bit. Can you still enter that dream next time? Although the dream was short, it gave him a hint. I'm going to be trampled in the mud by him. There was a sinister smile on the corner of Marianne were full of calculation. Just right for you. Deal with the girl who took everything from him. After a period of time, Lena comes to the palace again. As soon as the emperor saw him to pick him up, here comes my star. This time accompanied by Nanny Almetz. He had just finished his salute when he made a suggestion to the emperor that your behavior just now does not conform to educational norms. Awkwardly at this strange woman. I'm Uncle and Miss Almetz's nanny. So you're the nanny. All nannies look the same. The emperor couldn't help but recall his nanny always stops him like that. Don't run around. No climbing trees. You can't put frogs in a teacher's pocket. You are a little speechless. The last one is really not allowed. The emperor said he was always quick to point out my mistakes. You and him the truth. Even this cheerful personality is exactly the same. Be sure to take good care of Lena. It is my pleasure to take care of my uncle under the Grand Palace. Some of my suggestions I wonder if I can also speak a few words frankly to His Majesty. The emperor touched his chin. I've heard rumors about you. It is said that you put the unbearable second son of the Duke of Edslander. But I'll take care of Uncle. The child in charge before the lady. The emperor nodded approvingly. Then I believe in your ability. Do you have anything to say? Serious. You tell the lady about the queen's past, and there's nothing wrong with that. But please don't confuse the lady with the queen. If you are always looking for his resemblance to the Uncle queen, and Miss may feel stressed. He will feel I have to live like a mother. That's what Lena has. Every time I hear the emperor mention his happiness, always mixed with a hint of inexplicable awkwardness. Unconsciously. It also began imitating my mother's every move. The emperor heard stood there like he was hit by something. The next second, he actually burst into tears. Hastily motioned for Almetz and Cadden to avoid. At a loss. Why are you crying? The emperor bowed his head guiltily. For the hoarse voice. If only you had a smarter father. Maybe it will be easier. Lena is a little strange. Why the emperor is in pain written all over his face. I've been having the same nightmare lately. At first, I thought it was just a dream. Everything that happens between you and me of your own volition. Lena doesn't know what dream the emperor is talking about. The emperor. Shadow. Say it with a desperate look. Just at that moment, he is completely trapped in endless self-blame and fear. Lena, I can feel your head. And he walks up nicely. Why is the emperor suddenly so cautious? The emperor's hand fell gently on his hair shoulder. I'm really sorry with an imperceptible tremor. My star, I have always held you in the most precious star in the sky. But I was too clumsy. Too quick to express my feelings. The emperor's pain. He's not like the Archduke. Someone is sick while taking care of a child. Learning a little bit about how to be a father really takes talent. To be honest. The emperor of this life. The problem lies with the emperor before the man his who killed himself. Can't forgive no matter what, even knowing it was a different person. Couldn't help it. Overlay them. Just left the emperor's office. Lena was keenly aware that someone was following to him not to look back. That woman has bad intentions. How do you know? For you. Can't tell for a while. I'll tell you when I get back to the room. Wait until you get back to the room. Lena sighed wearily. I've only been at the palace for less than a day, and the emperor said that his room was guarded by guards. The princess is Lena has always been insecure. What if a magician Suspicion invades. Kadin reassures Lena. On the first day of his stay, sets up a crystal that no one can crack. Kadin snapped his fingers. A pale blue barrier instantly wraps the whole room. If only someone could unravel this. It's not human anymore. Looked at Kadin with admiration. Can you also set up one for the Emperor's room? Happened to him. The whole country is in trouble. Kadin was a little reluctant. Still nodded. Thank you. Is Kadin's enchantment to prevent outsiders from invading? It's eavesdropping. If someone has no regrets about the people in the room, will sound an alarm. Suddenly came to nature. Put it with Try it in the room. This magic is really useful. Kadin suddenly felt wrong. Leaned lightly on his shoulder, whining in a low voice that I was alone with my uncle. But there are too many important people around my uncle. Didn't know how to respond. At this time, the female leader Ina pushed the door and entered. He quickly stopped. Please keep your distance. There are many eyeliners in the palace. Kadin's which will attract rebuttal. My shortcut in the room. Outsiders can't see or hear.